All right, so let's go over the results of the hearing test.
Okay.
The little circles represent your right ear. The X's represent your left ear. Anything below my pen signifies a hearing loss of one type or another. So you notice you're at the lower end of normal in the low frequencies and the mid-range frequencies, but you do have some moderate hearing loss in the higher pitches. And you mentioned that you had a lot of noise exposure during your working years, and quite often noise exposure will affect your high frequency hearing.
Okay.
And you mentioned that occasionally he misunderstands what you're saying. He's very loud in restaurants. Typically when you have a hearing loss, you tend to have a louder than normal voice. And it's going to be much more difficult for him to hear your voice than one of your male friends.
Okay.
Interesting.
Your ability to understand speech is excellent in both ears. And to be perfectly honest, in my professional opinion, you're really not ready for amplification at this point because it's not affecting your ability to understand speech in any significant manner. I just might want to give you a few tips that when you are in a noisy environment, like in a restaurant, that you put your back to the wall. Okay? Don't sit in the middle of the restaurant. All right? When you're trying to communicate with each other, make sure that you say Alan, whatever it is that you want to say. Don't stand at the sink with the water running while he's in the other room watching television and try to talk to him. It's never going to work. Okay? Try to look at each other while you're communicating with each other, and don't ever tell me that she's mumbling, because that's what all husbands tell me, that their wives mumble.
Standard reaction.
Standard reaction, yes.
Selective hearing.
Well, there's no cure for that, unfortunately. But what we're going to do is monitor your hearing yearly. And when it does start to become a significant problem, then we'll intervene at that time.
Okay, great.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Well, thank you very much for coming to the Bluebell Hearing Aid Center.
Pleasure.